Merry Christmas to all of you all. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty gosh darn dandy. Today is the day, whether you're watching this live or on the replay. Thanks for being here. I'm your hostess, the mostess, Diana Gladney. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. All the things that I don't know as far as the holidays. I'm your hostess, the mostess, Diana Gladney, helping you simplify the video creation process to help you reach wider, connect deeper with the people that need you the most. Of all the mediums out there, I believe video is the absolute best way to connect with your audience. So whether you're live or you're watching this on the replay, thank you for being here. I'm excited today. Today, I make the official title announcement and the official book cover reveal for the book that I've been working on for the better part on and off for a year. And then finally got my butt in gear about 6 months ago and said, I am doing this. I am doing this. I am doing this. I am doing this. And I could not be freaking happier that I have the extreme honor and privilege to do so right here on the channel with the Video Simplified family. I appreciate you. I just want you to know from the bottom, the top, the middle, and the sides of my heart, I sincerely appreciate you. Nobody builds and climbs a mountain by themselves. Nobody builds an empire by themselves. And I would be remiss if I did not say thank you to you, the viewers, the supporters, the subscribers, the community members here on the channel. Now, for the Friday Live Helpcast, of course, you can always put a Q and a colon in the chat in order to get your questions answered. We'll answer them regardless. That's one of the things I prize myself on, answering hashtag all of your questions. So I could not be happier. Say what's up to the fam over in the chat real quick. We got Alan Jones in the building. Good to see you. Glad that you are here. Saying hello, everyone. Good to see you. Hope everyone is having a blessed white chocolate day. Quick typo there with the magic of Ecamm Live. You can get a free trial of Ecamm Live, and I'm sharing my screen with you now because we're going to do something that is amazing with Ecamm. I can come in here, fix this correction, because we're not about that out here in these digital streets. I got you covered. Don't you worry. JFK Productions, if you want a 2-month free trial of Ecamm, use the promo code Diana, the number 2 MOS at diana.link/Ecamm. So don't worry, JFK. I got you covered, okay? Because we're not about that dark chocolate life out here in these real and digital streets, okay? Not about that life. What's going on? Happy Miss Christmas, Kwana, Kana, Hana, could have been like to you as well, Alex. Good to see you. Congrats, and we need you. Levon Wilson, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I do not get nervous, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it today. I'm not nervous. I'm ready, and I'm grateful, but I'm excited. And that's like, it's like a bunch of butterflies in my stomach right now, just because I'm so giddy to make this reveal and announcement today. So thank you so much, Levon Wilson. We have Janice Roberson, Anderson in the building. Good to see you, Janice. Saying hi, fam. Hey, Diana. Love you, sis. Thank you so much. Love and appreciate you as well. I sincerely do. Saying happy Friday to everyone awaiting this book announcement. It has been a long, ridiculous process. Not because the process is long, but just because one of the main things I will say, if anybody out there, if you want to even play around with the idea of becoming an author, you want to actually get to the point where you have your name on a book, it changes how you look at everything. But one thing I will say, if you are a content creating entrepreneur, if you are in this to win it, if you are in it for the long haul, the things that you're learning right now, absolutely, like, it makes it that much easier to become an author because you are already used to creating content. This is just another form. All the stuff, like from creating thumbnails, went into assessing what is going to work best for making this happen with the book cover, and just looking at like a ton of different things, elements from like the font, contrasting, understanding what's going to pop and what may stick out or what kind of is not right in regards to the brand or your audience and who you're targeting. All of that stuff matters. How you speak. I want it very much so for this book too, and I'll tell you all what the book is about in a second. I want it very much so for this book to have my voice. So when somebody's flipping through the pages or tapping on the right-hand side to go to the next page on your digital devices, I wanted to make sure like that the same voice you hear right now on that Friday Live Helpcast, you're able to hear me in this book. Like I wanted you, when I say Bee's Knees Hall of Fame, that's straight from the author's lips, right? The one thing that that obviously comes up, what is this book about, and who is it for? The title will share with you all of those details. I'm going to play a quick promo video in just a second, say what's up to the fam, and then we'll do some Q&A, of course, with the Friday Live Helpcast. I answer all of the questions that you put in the chat. So whether that is with YouTube, live streaming, a content creation plan, you're having issues with procrastination or consistency, any of those things, you put a Q : it could be tech, it could be dealing with the camera stuff still frustrating you, which is, again, the whole purpose of the brand here is about video simplified, helping you simplify the video creation process so you can reach wider, connect deeper with the people that need you the most. Let's go over to the fam over here. Saying happy Friday to everyone waiting this book announcement. I did read this. Okay. All right. So first of all, saying milk chocolate for the extra pounds and love and comfort. Milk chocolate is okay. Milk chocolate can get in the club. Milk chocolate can get in. See, even Alex knows, starting her with that dark chocolate mess. We ain't about, I'm gonna go back and make it. I'm gonna ask, can I add something in before we publish real quick? I'm gonna put right on the front, dedications to all my white chocolate lovers. May the Lord bless you and keep y'all. These real and digital streets. The real streets out there in the world, okay? Digital streets right here. A little bit of both probably, but we're not going that deep into psychology this morning. Saying peace and love. Thank you so much, Costa TV. I appreciate that. Good to see you. Glad that you're here. And then we have a question. I'm gonna go ahead and mark that JFK. Man, I don't want to wait. I'm not going to wait. We're not going to belabor the point here when it comes to this book cover reveal. All I can say is my level of excitement is 1,000 right now. So let's get into this. I want to share with you all, first of all, the book cover, the title, and whatnot, because without it, what I'm going to say about who this book is for, what it's about, will not make as much sense. But let's get into this. I'm excited. This is my new book that is coming out within a couple weeks.
What can I say about Diana Gladney?
Diana Gladney has helped me in more ways than one.
There's so much I could say about Diana.
Shout out to Diana Gladney.
I'm super excited to be your educator. My name is Diana Gladney. I help entrepreneurs simplify the video creation process so that they can reach wider and connect deeper with the people that need them the most. More relevant content is usually the answer to any issues creators today are facing. It will forever be based in giving your core audience more of what speaks to their interests, their problems, and their pain points. But are you really doing the work? If we're being very real with ourselves, we have to learn to avoid our own excuses. Sometimes the biggest roadblock is you. So I'm going to teach you how to go from this to this, problem to solution.
Diana has this amazing ability to simplify some of the more complex or confusing things when it comes to video.
Diana is one of the best teachers in the game. I've learned a lot from her.
Taught me a lot from afar and up close. Super grateful for her. You need to check her out.
She has a unique knack in always being able to break it down to a very simple level.
She gave me the confidence to believe in myself.
And that's something that Diana has reframed in my mind for sure.
Diana Gladney. I trust her, you can trust her.
Keep your hand on the pulse of your people. And with each new heartbeat, they'll tell you exactly where they're going and how they prefer to be communicated to. You must dominate in your niche. You must become your ideal viewers and audience's go-to resource. But when it comes to pursuing something that's really going to help change somebody's life, sincerely, your excuses are invalid. And I'm gonna stop making excuses and blaming YouTube instead of saying thank you for sending that person to me. Now I'm gonna serve the hell out of them. Thank you. Ooh, man. The One Right Video. That is the title of my brand new book, The One Right Video. What is The One Right Video? The One Right Video is all about the premise of I wanted to create something that empowered the content creating entrepreneur, those of you that are out there putting in the work, you already have a business, you already are building a brand, but your video stuff is not as tight as you want it to be. I've been making videos for the last 6 years, and I mean, like, from day one of turning my phone towards myself and making that first video in my car with the Whitney Houston lip sweat and putting it to work. And the one thing that the One Right video has done, it does not take for you to have a massive channel. It does not take for you to have 1 million subscribers, which is great and is a great goal to have. 100,000 subscribers, which is a great goal to have. But I wanted you to know the exact formula, the processes, and the systems that I use, stuff I just honestly have not taught on the channel yet. It literally is only like in paid trainings, courses, and brands and stuff like that. And I'm putting this in this book. And what is the One Right video? It's the One Right video that's going to help be the formula and the process that you need to get on the stages that you need to speak to your direct audience and target market, to make the video that your audience will binge watch over and over, share without you having to beg, plead, or all this other stuff, but put the control back in the hands of the creator instead of trying to fight the algorithm. I'm going to show you how to make the algorithm submit to you, but also know how to really build a video that's going to be the One Right video. The One Right video gets you on stages. The One Right video gets you in the door to the brands and the companies that you want. It's not about how many views you get. It's about getting the right quality views. And the One Right video is going to teach you how to make those kinds of videos so that you can do that. So that is my brand new book, The One Right Video. I did have a different title at first. And even when the initial beta readers got that copy, it was a different theme a little bit. There were some other elements in there, but after I met with my coach, it's interesting because that is what the introduction already had in it, was about making the One Right video, making consistently great content over time that serves you, your audience, your brand, and your people. Because why? They need you. They need you. I believe everybody was created with a purpose. And if you're doing your purposeful work, that thing that you care about, you can really change lives with these videos. It's not just the playing the YouTube game and, oh, let me change my thumbnail. So, like, no, like that's elements of it, obviously, but how you can truly create an impact and literally change the world of the people that you engage with. How do you make that One Right video? That's what this whole book is going to teach you how to do, how to form your content in a way that your people love it. You become their go-to resource. That is what this book is about. So again, the title of this book, The One Right Video. I'm so happy. I did it. 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 Let's see if the Rodecaster is playing well today. I'm not going to cry today. I'm going to hold that together. I can feel it. I'm like, I can feel it, but I'm not going to do it. What a day. What a joyful day. Let's get into some questions, comments, the chat. I wanted to make sure that y'all got these details on this book. And I'm be honest with you. We're pushing for a December, so it could be next Friday, pre-order. Yeah. That's how close we are. That is how close we are. But if you want to get on that ARC squad, to go to diana.link/ARC squad. More details I'll be sending constantly with emails, getting updates on that. But I need more readers on this advanced reader copy. You'll get the ebook. Need you to do a couple things. Make sure I got your details and the whatnot. But yeah, let's not belabor the point here. Let's get to the chat real quick. First of all, super chat we got from Blind Guy, his wife, their life, parrot character flying in with a red cape and a smile on his face. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Marine X and the door kicked in. Yes, indeed. So we got a question. JFK, do you know if anyone has a problem with the Insta360 link where it's stuck on a blue solid light and stopped connecting to the computer? So sad, I'm gonna have to return mine. Maybe. I haven't heard anything like that. I mean, granted, when something is wrong with the device, the streets are always talking in a sense, when it comes to like YouTube and stuff. So it can be easy to, see that people are having those issues, check some videos on it. I don't use the Insta360s personally. So, and even Like I know my buddy Doc, he uses the Insta360. I haven't heard anything like that before, but it could just be a small glitch, small thing. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. So sorry, can't be of much help there, but just check around. Saying the dark side is life. No, it's not. White chocolate is saving lives out here in these real and digital streets, okay? White chocolate is the way. Y'all need to start living right. Said woohoo, drum roll for the announcement. Oh yeah, saying I like this video. Thank you so much, Ben. I appreciate that. Good to see you. Glad that you're here. Saying let's go. Pew, pew, pew. Appreciate that. Fire emojis. Merry Christmas from DJ Vincent. Yeah, Wait, now is that a typo or DJ Vin Vicent from Uganda? Good to see you. Glad that you're here. Saying I literally started crying watching this. So happy for you and proud of you, Diana. Thank you so much, Janice. I really, really, really appreciate that. Todd Dixon saying so excited. Wow, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Saying way to go. Thank you, The Beautiful Now Project. Definitely a channel worth checking out if you click on that little profile button. It'll take you right on over there. I was not recently, it's been a minute since I've been on your show, but that was a great episode. I know we got to talk about a lot of things on the email list, so I follow your content and what you're doing. Super pumped to see all that you are contributing to the world. I love that Beautiful Now project content, so check my brother out. Let me get this realigned here. Little OCDC's coming in. All right, saying 100%. Thank you so much, Sylvia Nixon in the building. Oh, about the book launch, while I have my sister on the screen. For those that pre-order this book, the physical copy, not only will you get a signed copy from me, but we have quite the giftings, if you get my meaning, that will be coming with thine signed copy with, let's just say, a collaboration working with Press and So, the incredible brand. Also helps with the create post repeat shirts that you can find, dyna.link/merch. But for those that pre-order the physical book, I'm not doing this for a long time like the stuff that we're going to be doing to get for the giveaways. Let's just bundle it into that word, giveaways. Let's just say you're going to wish that you got it if you didn't get it. So if you don't get the physical pre-order, when it becomes available, it's going to be a limited quantity, you're going to wish that you had gotten it. Put that out there, okay? Big Pontiac saying, greetings, good to see you, brother. Glad that you are here. Saying, you know, this is going on my Xmas list. Oh yeah. If just ask the people around you and your family. If you really loved me, you would give me this book. Where am I at? Right here. You would this one. You would really give me this book. That's all you got to tell them. Say, if you really cared about me, if you want to save this marriage, you would get me this gosh darn book right here. Okay. Not only will I teach you the One Right video formula, I'm going to teach you how to get your spouse to give you unlimited funds so you can go shop at B&H Photo Video, get all the camera set. I'm just kidding. That's not true. That's not in the book. You're going to have to convince her yourself. Oh, man. I said, congrats. I got to join the squad. Yes. Make sure you get on that A.R.C squad. It's important. It's important. The Book Alert squad. Let me get some of the stuff off the screen, my brother. So the Book Alert squad, you got to get on there. Got to get on there. The magic of Ecamm, we can share this. Yeah, you got to get on the Book Alert squad. What are you doing? Links in the description. I'll put it that way. Have me reposting the links. It's in the description. Check it out. But yes, book cover, book title reveal. Super pumped. Saying wisdom from the Yoda of content creation. I love that title. We'll take that. Add that to the front of the cover. Now I can say on all the podcasts that I go to next, well, I talk about in my book. I told y'all it was coming. I told you. When I talk about this in my book, in chapter 3, we actually cover this in my book. Everything, I don't care. I'm going to be at the grocery store getting cereal off the shelf. I'm like, do you like granola? See, I talk about it in my book. Everything. Okay, nieces and nephews. Auntie Diana, can we have some snacks? Well, I talk about it in my book. Okay, everything. Everything is coming. Saying, how do I get on the advanced reader's copy? Over here in the link in the description for this live stream right now, there is a link that you can click on. It's dyna.link/ARC, A.R.C squad. That will get you over to the email list so you can get details. Probably going to be only sending out a limited quantity of advanced reader copies, but I need your help. I need your help. If you want to be a part of the Advanced Reader Copy Squad, like I said, obviously on that email list, I'll be sending you out some updates and whatnot on the book, details, some link to some fun things that only the A.R.C Squad will get access to. But in regards to that, though, I need people to get on board. So get on that A.R.C Squad. Link is in the description, dyna.link/A.R.C Squad. So let's see whom else shall we have in the chat right now. Saying congrats on the book. Appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. From Selecta. Let me know how to pronounce your name properly. I always try to do a great job with pronouncing people's names. So if I ever say it wrong, please just let me know how the correct way is to share that. Congratulations, Lawrence. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. And greetings. Congrats on the book, Brian Jones. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, brother. Saying congrats. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I sincerely appreciate it. This is only the first step. Saying me and my girl, if you want me to stop eating the dark chocolate, you better. Hey, if your girlfriend really loved you, she would get you this book, okay? This book is gonna cause some breakups. That's all right. It's what do they say? Plenty of fish in the sea. All right. If these people buy you white chocolate in this book, you need to marry them. Okay, that's a keeper. Clear signs of a keeper. What's going on? So good to see you. Glad you're here, Matthew Pate. Saying love it. Great cover. Thank you so much. Signed up to the A.R.C Squad. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, Roadcaster. Roadcaster act like it's doing its job today. Ain't pressing no extra buttons or nothing. Good to see you. Saying nice cover page. Appreciate that. So here's the fun fact. A lot of what you do as a content creating entrepreneur in the process of creating this content, like I went through a lot of, I won't say a lot, but we went through a couple versions of the covers. And the cool thing is, with this company that I was working with for the book covers, they sent a couple options. And so the one thing that, like I said, so much of this process of writing a book has been about really still applying the same things that I've learned from being an entrepreneur, from being a content creating entrepreneur, making these YouTube videos and stuff. Like I said, the thumbnail aspects, and you're like, oh, well, like for example, the subtext right here, where you see like underneath the videos or whatever, that was like in one version was white. And so I'm like, no, I want to go with this gold color. It's like my mom actually, let me give y'all a little side story here. My mom and dad painted their house that they purchased. It was a color that she really liked, and it was called Diana Gold. And so this is not the exact number, but I'm calling it the Diana Gold. I use it in all of my branding and stuff like that. So this Diana Gold color, I'm like, I wanted it to be, and that's like a legit painting thing. Like you go get the swatches or whatever, and you can actually see it. So it's not quite like this, but I just kind of enhance it a little bit. But like when you have your brand, it's like you can't always like do your brand aesthetics, but it just so happened to work for this. The other thing is like thumbnails. Thumbnail theory matters even for the book covers, because you don't think about this. You're in consumer mode when you go to Amazon and shop and stuff. And hashtag there will be an audiobook. So hashtag audiobook squad. I can't wait to record that actually. I'll be doing some BTS on the vlog channel with that, but I can't wait to record the audiobook. That's going to be a feat. And for example, this book is not a long book. You can read this in a day. And I'm not saying that like some nerdy reader that I am, but like you really can't read it in a day. My goal was to make sure in 2 hours or less, no matter what your reading speed is, you can get through this book. And this is a book you can keep picking up and applying this stuff. And I also wanted this to be a book that if somebody is just getting started with video, and again, my heart is for the content creating entrepreneurs. You already have a purpose and a vision, the thing that you know that you want to get out there and do some work for you. You want these videos to do a job. I wanted to create basically like the blueprint of like, this is how you do it. If y'all take a look at the channel, I haven't quite hit that 20,000 subscribers yet, but 20,000 people is a crap ton of people. So you look at, if you are in the stadium and 20,000 people showed up, that's something. So whatever your subscribership number is, don't say the only thing. I only have 1,000. I only have 200. Put those same 200 people in a room and go do a talk about the same thing that you would make your videos about. That's a whole hell of a lot of people. And so the reframing of your mindset, which is like the first 3 chapters in the book, is really about refining your mindset. Yeah, you're good at what you're doing in your business, but now you need to apply this to this digital medium. And in the process of doing that, you got to change your mindset. And so that's what the first 3 chapters focus on. But y'all know me, I like to go and cut the fluff. And so even like I just had recently revised it after I got feedback from the beta readers. So I sent it out to about 10 or 15 people, and I got feedback on the book on just like what is missing, what's too, like I'm going too deep in the weeds. And so I started going too deep in the weeds technically, like with some of the camera recommendations or whatever. And it's not about that. Again, it's about the things that you actually can control. I'm not going to say like, oh, you just need this camera and whatever, or here's how you do with the algorithm for YouTube. Let me give you all a secret. The algorithm on YouTube is people. It's you, it's me, it's the people with these, and how our social behaviors impact what that person sees. When you understand that concept, you can apply whatever the video is to reach your specific person that you're trying to get. Depends on your niche, your audience, and what you're trying to do. And again, that one right video is the thing that actually jumpstarts, like, oh, your audience finds you. Oh, they binge it. It becomes shareable. You'll rarely hear me say, make sure you share this video in any of the videos, but it happens. Like I can see the data on how many people shared like the content, or like even like on Facebook, for example, how many people tag me and say, oh, this is Diana's video, it's on such and such or whatever. And so going through that process, like the algorithm, you're not fighting the system of YouTube. You're not fighting some digital machine that you have to keep learning how they keep tweaking the machine. YouTube created an engine that responds to the people, and it's those people and their viewing behaviors. And you know your person, you know your target audience. Now you just need to craft a video that speaks to them. Stop worrying about the whole rest of the world of YouTube and start focusing on your people. And so, like I said, this is that one right video. It's not about a perfect video. It's not about creating a viral video. But what's the video that's perfect for your target audience that you can become essentially like a big fish in a small pond? And if you just so happen to jump from a little pond to a big pond, fantastic. But that only happens when you start crafting those one right videos for your people. It's not about the biggest wins. It's about the one who understands their audience best wins. And so I wanted it to be something that you understand the power and authority that you have and what you can control. So let me get into these questions. My bad, y'all. Got a little excited, needless to say. So Q Colon, get your question brought to the forefront here, saying, how do we integrate multiple topics on our channel? I have a book launching in my consulting company that's totally not related to my coaching company. How do I recommend cross-promoting? This is actually a really great question. Here's the thing though, Janice. You might think that it's completely unrelated, but it may not be. Look at your pillars of content. What are the main pillars of content that you're creating for your audience? Now, within those main pillars of content that you're creating, what are things that are associated and related aspects to those pillars? For example, if I'm going to say I'm going to teach you how to make better videos in a very general sense or whatever, what are associated and related things about doing that? Obviously, it would be technical stuff is one aspect. It could be mindset stuff is one aspect. It could be the how like the back end of YouTube actually works. If I'm doing that kind of stuff and I say I'm going to make a video about one of these associated and related topics, then that still works. The associated and related stuff still qualifies as in your niche. It's just not one of the main pillar pieces of content, but it could be an associated or related thing. So your audience may not find it as a turnoff. However, it'd be different if this book cover, where I'm pointing over here, this book cover was about fishing. That's a complete redirect. I can't say for all my, if you love fishing, you love to catch bass and catfish, make some fried catfish fillets, hallelujah, then, then everybody be like, I mean, I like catfish fillets, but not enough to really read a book on that. It's too far off. So the thing is, it's like sometimes you, as the creator, you're so far in the frame that you don't see or understand that like you're in an associated or related or suggested side related stuff, but you're not in the main pillar. So it still could be on brand, but you just have to know and see the relation. If you can't find the relation between those two, your audience they're not going to either. It needs to be something that they easily, this is something I've struggled with for a long time. Like the how you title something matters, and the how you present it matters, and understanding why somebody would, like you said getting ready to promote a book, why they would read it. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, let me pull this question back up here real quick. Yeah, if you're doing consulting, what are the main pillars of what you typically cover in the business? If it's for relationships and you're putting a book out about kids or something like that, and how to help them stay mentally strong and deal with, let's say, the separation of a marriage, then if that's the case, that book is not off brand or so off whatever. Yeah, the people that maybe don't have kids yet would be like, I don't need that book. But those that want kids still would read it. Those that don't, they be like, I don't know. But the end all be all is still not if it's a direct relation, because we share stuff all the time. If, like most of us, I think for most people, like you're either like maybe a vegan, you're vegetarian, you have pescatarians, just regular meat eaters, of those of us out here. And so you eat whatever, but you still know of a restaurant that maybe you and your vegan friend can go to that, they have options for them. Are you a vegan? No. But you also know you can still make a recommendation. So your content still works the same way. So if somebody in your audience is following you for this relationship advice, and let's say you're doing a marriage series of content or whatever, then all of a sudden you come out with this book that's about, keeping a healthy relationship with your child while, your house is going array. Somebody that don't have kids like me probably wouldn't read it. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if I had, let's say, a friend that was going through something and they were finna get a divorce, and your book, because I follow your content, if your book is the thing, that's something I could easily say, it's like, oh man, I'm sorry that you guys are going through this. It's really tough. I don't know about this book. I haven't read it yet, but I think it'll help you. Definitely check it out. Here's the link. So it still becomes a shareable piece of content when it's related or suggested or whatever, but it's just how you position it from the consulting business that you said that you're doing to like, what's the relationship between the two? That's what I would say for that. That's a really great question, Janice. And you can follow up with a comment if you have one on that, or you want to dive a little bit deeper. All right. Let's see here. Okay, I'm sorry, Ramsey, I skipped over your comment. My bad. Saying, hey, Diana, greetings from Scotland. Congrats. I am on Facebook watching this as well. Awesome. Yeah, we multi-streaming today. I don't always, but we are today. Saying, don't forget to enter that 100 camera bag giveaway on Nomadic. I did see that with Peter McCormick. I like to call him McCormick, but Peter McKenna, I think he's doing one. That's pretty cool. His bag is too big for me. His bag is almost as tall as I am. That's how I feel. But if y'all want a camera bag, go check out the one from Peter McCormick. Shantae Metals, thank you so much, Shantae. I appreciate that. So proud and excited for you. I really love and appreciate that. Thank you. Said many have tried and few have succeeded. Writing a book is huge accomplishment. Congratulations. Thank you so much, DavidHarveyOfficial.com. Appreciate you, brother. I don't know if it's a .com to that, y'all, but the thing is this, it was something like some crazy statistic, like, I don't know, it said something like 60, let's just give a wide berth here. It's like 60 to 80% of people want to write a book, and they're saying something like 2 to 5% actually go through and do it. And I can honestly tell you, I really do understand why that number is so low. It's like a lot of people desire to, but not as many actually go through and do it. When you publish a book, like, you're done. If I published a video, I could take it down. Like if I really felt so bad about it or something. But if it just became outdated, you can take it down. With the book, it's still one of those content formalities that once it's out, it's out. And if it does well, it does well. And if it does poorly, it does poorly. But we're not speaking that over this and hissing. But it's like when you do it, it's done. And I think that initial fear of what I say is going to be out there like that, that's one layer of complexity that people kind of have frustrations around. And then like I talk about imposter syndrome in the book, and I've done a podcast about that as well, where I went really deep into it. But the whole concept of like imposter syndrome, it's like to some extent, I really don't vibe with it. I don't agree with it. Are there times when maybe you're pursuing a goal that is so far in your mind at a higher level that when that opportunity comes, you think, I'm not the right person. They could get somebody better to do it. Why me? But inversely, if you weren't chosen to do it, then you would be like, why not me? Why haven't I been? What's the holdup? You know what I'm saying? So it's about really, again, that's why I said the first 3 chapters, it focuses on mindset. Because if you think you're an imposter, you let somebody lie to you in your face and you accepted it and you owned it for yourself. I'm telling you to drop it. You're not an imposter. If you was an imposter, like I said, I'm gonna give it to you from the book. I gave the example of a pilot. If you see me in a pilot seat and I have not gone, you don't have no represent, like as much as I'm on camera and all this other stuff, if you don't see no examples of me actually having studied, going through the course or the process of doing it or whatever, or some kind of document that represents I actually did what I needed to get here, and you see me in the pilot seat, run. We ain't going nowhere. Or we ain't going nowhere far. It's not gonna be a great flight. So that's an imposter. That is a true imposter. You're doing something in a position that you have no business. But if you're working towards the goals that you want, you're actually taking methodical steps. You're investing in coaches. You're investing in your time that you can't give away. You're here with me right now on the live stream. You're giving your time into doing this thing that you deeply desire, care about, or want. Who the hell told, why would you think you're an imposter, that you shouldn't be there? Aren't you working towards that? Aren't you actually pursuing that? Isn't that something that you actually wanted or maybe set a goal for? Why are you an imposter? Who told you that? Slap them in the mouth. See, that's one of the things. We all into this nonviolent stuff. I could tell you right now, if I was back in the civil rights movement, I would have been marching with brother Malcolm. I would have been with brother. You know why? Because you need to pop some people in the mouth sometime. God bless Martin Luther King, but I wouldn't have been marching with him. I would have been with brother Malcolm in the pop him in the mouth section. Okay. But for real, it's like sometimes these thought processes, these ideas, this mindset, these mentalities, you accept the crap that people say, or sometimes that you say to yourself. But if somebody said that to you, you have a problem. So even more so, like, don't feel more disrespected when somebody else says something to you than you do for when you say negative things to you about yourself. So that whole imposter syndrome thing, like, I get it to an extent, but at the same time, I feel like it's bogus because it's a bill of goods that somebody sold you, and now you have adopted this mindset that I'm not good enough. I don't deserve. I shouldn't have. Why not somebody else? No, not me. Aren't you working towards this? Isn't this something that you actually have been putting in the work for? Why not you? Why not you? You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, I'm calling kind of BS on the whole imposter syndrome thing. But I understand, like I said, why that 80% or so of people that want to write a book is so large, but then you have like the 2 to 5% that actually goes through and does that, because that is a major factor in in some of the processes, in addition to other stuff that other people have. So will I be able to purchase a signed copy? We're doing a form of a pre-order for the physical books where you will be able to get a signed copy, but not just only a signed copy. But yes, I am doing so many signed copies. You know what I'm saying? So I am going to be doing that. Saying like John Chris says, don't blame the algorithm. It's if it's good, it will get people. Oh, wait, let me say that again. If it's good, it will get to the people. Yeah, it will. And that's a true statement. Proud of you, sis. Keep being great. Thank you so much, James 6. I appreciate that, brother. Saying I needed to hear some of this and didn't know it. I love how you said you don't say only. Thank you. You're very welcome. That's the thing. It's like you really do have to be careful what you say about yourself to yourself. If somebody else said that same crap to you, you would be feeling some kind of way. If somebody said, oh, your little old channel, you only got 100 subscribers. Did you do some work and got 100 people caring about the stuff that you're doing? No, you can't even get 3 people to pay attention in the meeting at the office. Go mind you some business. That's all y'all need to say. What they always want to pick a phrase for the new year. All y'all need to say is start telling people, go mind you some business. And at the same time, when you start saying crap to yourself, tell that thought and that go mind you some business. I'm trying to focus and do something. It'll be days in here when sometimes it's like you just get in a weak state of mind or you're not feeling great. Like physically, if I'm not feeling great, I'm battling that because it's not just like the physical pain or discomfort or whatever, but it's really starting to like, okay, this weak state of mind, I need to get this into correction. If the thoughts that you have about yourself that you say to yourself, if you let somebody else say that to you, if somebody repeated that to you to your face with a little umph, a little attitude to it, with a little saliva coming out, okay? First of all, tell them to back up, okay? Pre-COVID, you would tell people to back up. But if somebody said the crap that you say to yourself about yourself to your face, if it would offend you, it ought to offend you even more that you're saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying. Saying the new everyday camera bag is smaller, but he's still like, okay. So for me, even like the, I use the Amazon basics, like when I need to put everything in my camera bag, I will use the Amazon Basics larger one that they have. It's like an orange inside. Even when I put that on, that is about as tall as my torso is. So at that point, it's like stretching it. So it can be smaller. I think probably the one or the better bags that I probably want to try is like the Brevity camera bags. So those are saying hello and congratulations. You know, every time I see UK Walk Comedy, I just want to just hit the Wheel of Wonder music one time for the one time. I need to set a date for that giveaway, huh? I should probably do that. April, good to see you, saying, hey, Diana, congratulations on the book. Can't wait to get my copy. I appreciate that, April. Thank you so very much. We got Brother Miggs in the building saying happy Friday and congrats on the book. Thank you, Brother Miggs. I appreciate that so much. Tell your wife I said hello. Same question. What do you think about the new Amazon Inspire feature for recommending products in vertical TikTok form? I think Amazon is coming for YouTube's lunch all day long. YouTube has been under some fire and it's been hit from all kinds of directions and they are not sure what to do because YouTube has one of the most generous financial models out there. And then you have Amazon, which is allowing so much kind of they're in the multiplication game. Amazon is in the multiplication game right now, which is to say TikTok only has one medium and methodology for how you can really get paid through the platform. And that is within its own, like their financial methods and stuff, like how they pay out creators and stuff is still very weak. And so YouTube, for the longest time, has been the strongest leader, and it still is right now. But YouTube is getting hit from all different sides. I think for what Amazon is doing, they're just trying to dominate the market. And why not? Because they are the world's grocery store. You can find anything and everything that you want, you know, or even like to go old school general store. You can find whatever you want for real, for the most part, at Amazon. So the fact that they're introducing more things, and because they have the data for, I wish we had like YouTube analytics style data for Amazon. Oh, I would love, I can't wait to see like the analytics side for like the back end and like the author, like when you publish the book and stuff. Like I've seen some screenshots and some videos or whatever on YouTube, but the day Amazon releases some of the analytical data for these social integrations that they're doing, YouTube is even gonna have a harder time. It's playing in a catch-up game right now, but I think it's going to be an interesting next 2 to 3 years for vertical video content, because it's not going away. If anything, I think it'll be a drop in content like this without strong structures. You know what I'm saying? Like, they call it pants or longs or videos on demand or whatever. I just call it regular content. Anything else, you know, kind of on the phone is secondary. You know what I'm saying? Because now with also the interesting thing with that, which is, so this question, man, it's so many things that comes up with this. So here's the thing. YouTube recently announced about the integration of the YouTube Shorts on desktop, and not desktop, but just on TVs. They are introducing some things that are very, very, very similar to Amazon's shoppability with your remote, and the ability to make sure that you can say, hey, I would like to add such and such to my shopping cart. Or you could click on a button that's on the screen during a commercial on your TV and add that thing to your cart with Amazon stuff. So it could be a commercial on a different app or something like that, like Pluto TV. It's another one that I can't think of right now that does it. An ad plays and you're like, oh, I can click this button, add it to cart. Before that, YouTube announced the Shopify stuff. So in a minute, you all are going to see we're changing the store. So you'll see like the shirts, like the create, post, repeat shirts, my brand shirts. You'll be able to see those underneath the videos. And of course, you'll be able to see the book and stuff like that with Shopify. Okay, so we're transitioning into doing that. It's on YouTube now, though. So with them introducing the vertical videos for YouTube Shorts, and they're changing the integrations of how it works, I foresee YouTube doing the same stuff that Amazon is doing. So in some ways, Amazon is kind of like, it feels like they're just turning on switches in a house, just turning lights on in the house. And then YouTube has to remember, we've had this light switch for how many years? Turn it on, hurry up. You know, it's a fight. It's a fight for attention. I'll say this. We've gone through the process of the agrarian phase of when you need it to be kind of like, you know, think about like hunter-gatherer, gathering food and stuff like that, and like the farming and all of that. Then we went through, you know, the period of like the industrial age of let's make stuff, let's mass produce cars, got factories X, Y, and Z. Then we've transitioned into the information age where everybody's coming online. I don't know if y'all are old enough. For some of you, remember the AOL CDs, and that's how you would get internet and dial up and DSL. And then from DSL, we started going to 2, 3, 4G, and now 5G Wi-Fi stuff and whatever, you know, for phones. And then at home, you didn't have to go and all of that for the internet to connect. But when the internet came on for all of us in our homes and stuff and just became a normal thing, we're in the information age. Information is at our fingertips. What I have believed, and I've believed this, I remember saying this back in 2017, we've now transitioned from the information age to the implementation age, which is to say, just having information available to you is not enough. It's not going to make or break anything in that sense. It's the individuals and the people that are able to see and understand the shift from the information age to the implementation age. And it's the doers that are seeing the fruits of their labor right now from having access. Everybody has one of these. Your kids probably have a better phone than I do. They have it. And so because we're now in the phase where you can just start with content, can be like, you don't necessarily need anything other than your phone now for you to be able to do any of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that, like I said, I believe like we're in this implementation age, Amazon ain't playing. They realize we got everybody's information. We know how they shop. We understand the psychology of a buyer. They have their funnels and stuff. They have their email list on blast, ready to go. Oh, you added this to your cart? Oh, we got the cookies following you. Don't forget, you know, you wanted that lawnmower, right? You know, you wanted, when the springtime comes, you wanted this lawnmower, right? Oh, people that bought this also bought that. They already have the numbers. They know how you shop. They understand your social behaviors. They have data on a whole other scale. in the most powerful position possible of how we buy, how we spend money. Amazon has access to that. YouTube does not. YouTube has access to our attentions and has had it for years. But the interesting thing is now Amazon has had the shoppability factor, I'll call it for lack of a better phrase. Now they're just adding content to it. We already know how long you stay on a page. We know your viewing and scrolling behaviors, whether you're a mobile or desktop or whatever you're doing. We know the kind of stuff you like. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some heavy data. The fact that Amazon is turning that on, we finna see a whole hell of a lot of stuff come from YouTube. They just are gonna be slow in moving it because they have other barriers that they have to account for and stuff like that or whatever. But these next 2 to 3 years, content creation, it's gonna take a whole other scale. Thank you for bringing that up, Matthew. That was an excellent question. Hello, everyone. Good to see you, Brother Lim. Glad that you are here. Saying hi, Diana. Congratulations on your new book from a cold corner of the UK. GT Retro World, my brother. Good to see you. Glad that you are here. Bet you didn't know I have a little accent with me. Congratulations on the books. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Brother Lim. Saying will be on fire on the ground. Thank you so much, Brother Lim. I appreciate that. Saying the book isn't wait, let's go back because Janice said something before. All right, so this is reply to Janice had saying my book is titled Expand Your Reach Without Emptying Your Pockets, a field guide for Christian leaders who want to build brand and expand their vision without compromising their values. That's one hell of a title. I can say from what I know of your brand, that's not off at all. Expanding your reach without emptying your pockets. Christian leaders who want to build and brand and expand their vision without compromising. Yeah, no, that's not off brand at all. It's not off brand at all. It's actually going deeper, I think, in what you may envision as like a side or associated type of style of content. What is interesting is that the more you talk about it, the more you release it, the more you start, putting that stuff to work for you, with sharing it with your audience, you may find that that's something that may be, I always have, well, I don't say I always, but I've been sharing more openly this phrasing with you all. What is the unspoken desire of the audience, of the target audience that you really want to reach? So in regards to your book, it's like, what is the unspoken desire that you may uncover is actually another pillar of content that you need to add. In the how, you may uncover that that's not like an aside or associated related thing, because for them, it's actually a pretty big deal. I don't care what niche you're in. Finances is always like an important area because everybody is impacted by whether you are in a financial bind or not, if you're coming out of a rough spot or not, if you're living in abundance or not. Like, everybody has money. Like, we all have to use it. It's the currency of the world essentially right now. So yeah, no, I don't think that's off brand at all. See here. See, the book isn't off brand at all. You're just focusing on a segment of your audience instead of everybody. Yeah. And here's the thing, even with like you're speaking about your book, Janice, when I was asked, who is this book going to be for? Content creating entrepreneurs. They were like, well, what about this kind of channel? And what about if they can read it also and will probably still get value out of it. But none of the examples is going to be about if you're a video gamer, whatever, something. Not that that's a bad niche or something, but that's not who I'm focusing on. You know what I'm saying? So it's no difference with the channel content and your book. The who you're talking to, you still can't talk to everybody. Will a lot of other people get value from it? Yes, but it's still not talking to this specific person. Case in point, my Uncle Ray. Y'all see me share this book all the time. How to Write Copy That Sells. This book is to copywriters. This ain't for us. It wasn't written for us. How to write copy that sells. He talks about direct. Oh gosh, I'm just remembering an appointment. So. Direct response copywriters. This isn't our profession. but it is still a very relevant book and can help content creating entrepreneurs. All kinds of value that's in this book, but none of the examples are written for the YouTuber. It's not written for the video content creator. It's not written for the TikToker, but they can absolutely still apply every last one of these principles in this book. Why? Because whether you realize it or not, you're doing copywriting. I've talked about this book for years. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. He wrote this book for direct response copywriters, people that are in the copywriting space. I had to learn years ago in, I think it was like 2016. It was 2016 when I was listening to a podcast on Pat Flynn's Smart Passive Income podcast. And he had an interview with Ray. I think that book was coming out then or around that time frame or was going to. But somewhere between 2016 when I was first getting started and 2017, I remember hearing him talk about that on the podcast. And he was like, copywriting. He was like, everybody's doing copywriting. They just don't realize. And I'm like, what the hell is this word? But that book is not written for us. But I recommend it a lot. I use it a lot. Why? Because the same principles apply. But in order for it to do what it needs to do, it does have to be targeted. Like I said, same stuff applies with stuff you're doing for YouTube and whatnot. Saying, yay is here. Huge congrats on the book. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Saying, yay, signed copies, my favorite. Yes, special signed copies going out. Geronimo, good to see you, brother. Glad that you're here. Saying, go mind you some business. I'm on that for real. Like I said, some of the things that you may say to yourself ought be more disrespectful than if somebody said something to you. But for those that think they want to get rough and tough with their Afro puff and get in your face and say something, like I said, if somebody said to you, oh, you only got, your little YouTube channel, you only got 100 subscribers. Can you get 100 people in the room? Can you get 100 people in the room? Tell them, go mind you some business. I'll tell you, the funniest thing was I hit, I think, 200 subscribers or something like that. It was like, oh no, I think I had just hit 500. Things like November 2018 or something like that. Yeah, I think I had just hit like 500. And I was at work and somehow it came about that I was making YouTube videos and I was starting a channel and stuff. And it was just like, everybody's like, okay, like it's only 500. I'm like, yes, 500 people. Like, can you get 500 people in the room? Can you get 500 people in the room? Because I promise you, we all fall asleep when you talk in the meetings. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine the reach that you all have. It can't be just the only, I only got. So like I said, somebody got something smart they want to say about what you doing. Go tell them to mind you some business. You got some negative thoughts floating in your head that you thinking and you're adopting it for thyself. Tell that in your head to go mind you some business. I'm trying to do something out here in these digital streets, okay? You got to get real with it. Go mind you some business. I'm telling you, 2023 phrase of the year. Go mind you some business. Okay? Go mind you some business. Listen, Sylvia, we need shirts. Go mind you some business. That's what it needs to be. We may have some new merch in the Diana Gladney merch shops. Go mind you some business. 2023. It's just going to say dash me, comma, 2023. That's going to be a shirt. I'm telling you. I'm saying, listen, Diana, you're on the road, but you're right. We must keep things in proper perspective, 100%. Saying GTA, saying great advice, appreciate that. Saying white chocolate, thank you. Thank you, April. Thank you, because JFK Productions he ain't living right. That's his problem. For real. Saying get Logi on for Amazon. It has some of those from what I've heard. Is that like a desktop app? Not a desktop app, like a Chrome app. Brother Lim, let me know. What's up, James D. Buzzard in the building. Good to see you, brother. Glad that you are here. Saying off topic, forgive me. No such thing as off topic. This is the Friday Live Helpcast. If you guys have questions, put a Q and a colon in the chat and I will get to them. Saying off topic, forgive me. Does anyone in this stream have a video they made about becoming an affiliate on Amazon? I am an affiliate with Canadian links, but I think I'd better get US links. So here's the thing. It's a thing that Amazon has called One Link. And it's not just for your general thing, like again, I'm here in the US, like I said, you're in Canada, you can get US links. I think we have links for Germany, we have links for like a bunch of different countries or whatever. So when people shop, like easily for Canadians, you probably have people that watch your stuff that's an American. Okay, well, you can still have it where you get the income from that. And to be honest with you, it's super easy to just Google, and I'm not being facetious or anything, it's easy to Google Amazon chat, and then the first thing that comes up, it won't be an ad, it actually will be to Amazon's chat service. They can tell you exactly what to click on to turn those on. I promise you. And it's extremely easy. It's like, go to this tab, then go to this page, make sure this is enabled or that they have like your tax info or whatever. And then like if it's a business, it may just be your social or maybe Canadian ID number or something. And then it's like, you just turn it on for the different countries and stuff. Now you can use something like the Genius link or some of these other linking tools that can do that. But I promise you, at the Google search, the Amazon chat, that will come up, and then they will tell you exactly what to click on. I don't know if anybody that has any videos, so if anyone can help our sister out, let us know. So I decided to get another ZV-E10 for my overhead shots per your recommendation a few weeks ago. What lenses under $500 do you recommend I use? I have the Sigma 30 for my main cam already. Great question. So if you have, I'm trying to get this lined up. A little OCD here. There we go. If you're doing the overhead, like right, it's sitting like this. We'll take the book cover down for now. It's sitting like this. The thing is, use your kit lens so you can zoom in and out and see what focal length that you get to. Put the kit lens on that camera in the overhead rig for however high it is and stuff, because the other thing that you have to contend for, it's not just a good lens that's the right focal length. It's making sure that you have the minimum focusing distance being met as well. And sometimes you'll have this camera sitting up here and then you have something this close to it. If the minimum focusing distance will not, on that lens, will not let you get that close, you need to get something that will allow you to keep it in focus. If you're doing autofocus, if you put it in manual focus, you still should be fine, but you still have a minimum focusing distance, which is to say, again, how far can I get from the end of my lens to the item that you plan on showing for that overhead rig before it can't see it and it's blurry. And you don't want that in your shots, obviously. Use the kit lens to figure out what that focal length is. Even if you have your 30 millimeter by Sigma, you can turn on clear image zoom and see, am I going to something that's about a 40 millimeter or something, like, depending on how high it is, you know. I would imagine it's as tall as you at least. Then figure out, if I zoom in on the kit lens or something, what focal length do I fall at? It may be 20 millimeters. It could be another 30. It could be 16. Then you can pick the lens options that make the most sense and just maybe get a prime lens. And if you ever need to punch in, you can use clear image zoom to do that and get up to a 1.5x times zoom in thing, which, let me give you a visual representation. This is a 30 millimeter, 35 millimeter lens. I'm sitting about 4 feet away from the lens, but because I'm using clear image zoom, I can still zoom in. It's uncomfortably close now, excuse me, but you can zoom in and you can see I'm still in focus. We have not hit like a minimum focusing distance issue or whatever, but you can zoom out and you can do the same thing on the ZV-E10, right? And you can say, oh, like this is like where it needs to be, and this is the good framing for the shot or whatever. And then you get the corresponding lens or use what you have. So it's not like, oh, it's stuck at that millimeter because it's a prime lens. Not so. You have clear image zoom. And there's a video on the channel about that, if one of the moderators can grab that for our sister. Jaden, good to see you. Glad that you're here. Glad that you are here. Saying, I have just bought the 11 millimeter f1.8 for the ZV-E10. It's a game changer. Isn't that a great freaking lens? That little button situation, we need that on everything, because I promise you, just like, you don't have to be a vlogger or something like that. Sony 11 millimeter, the Sony 11 millimeter f1.8 lens in English. When you have the camera facing towards you, not just for vlogging, but like you're sitting in front, it's so simple just to hit that button. And like I assigned mine to start recording for me. Yeah, you could hit the button on the top, But when you're sitting in front of the camera, it's just easier to hit that little button right on the side of the lens. Super amazing. I love that. I wish more lenses had them, but that is such a fun lens. If heaven opens up and pours us out a blessing, can it be something like a ZV-E10 with IBIS? Like the real good stuff. Don't give us the mamby-pamby stuff. We need the real deal Holyfield, okay? Then that 11mm f1, it's the dream lens. It's the go-to. The Rokinon 12mm f2 lens is also great. Let's see here. GT Retro asking, also off topic, but do you think the ZV-10 could handle the monster at a 70 to 350? The ZV-10 is an undisputed champion, not just because I love it, but because I literally have put this thing through the rigor. Oh yeah, it can handle the 70 to 350. I had the 70 to 200 Mark II f2.8, amazing Sony G Master lens. Yes, it can handle it. It can handle it, and it does a great job with it. The lens options that you put on your camera really expose just how awesome this little camera is. Like seriously, it's no brand loyalty or whatever, or fangirling or what. And you know what, honestly, side note, that's a dumb phrase anyway. Oh, you're a fan? Yeah, I like it. Stupid. It's like, well, what about Panasonic? What about them? I like them too. I don't recommend them, but I like them. But I don't like them as much as I like Sony. It's like, what is that? What is that about? It's like, so eating catfish fillets again, or what are you, a fanboy, a fangirl? That's dumb. There's some real disappointing people on the internet to say. you know what I'm saying? I see comments on fellow creator channels. Oh, just a Sony fanboy. So what if he likes it? What are you here for? What'd you watch his video for? Peter McCormick, a Canon fanboy. Everybody knows that already. You're not saying nothing smart, Tim. You know, it's like, get a life. There's some weird people on the internet, but yeah, it can handle the 70 to 350 just fine. If you are swapping lenses out, when you get into those longer focal ranges, monopod, my brother, monopod, because you see all the little micro jitters and stuff that you make, or even if you're just trying to, it's over exaggerated with longer focal lengths, and that's on any camera. So monopod for the win. Brother Lim had just shared with me one that I want to get, because again, when you get into you holding it, you need something that's going to knock those extra jitters out. And then with those larger lenses like the 70 to 200, it has that handle on it or whatever. Attach that to the monopod, and then you're free to shoot how you need to. Amazing combination there. So monopod to get those micro jitters out, even if you think you're not going to have them. And yes, it can handle it. It's a really dope experience to like use those longer focal ranges. So much fun. Let's see here. Congratulations on the books. Thank you so much, Marcus Bradley. Appreciate that. Do you have any advice for easy way for scheduling posts or videos on multiple platforms? Yeah, later.com is what we use. And I've tried a lot of other companies. I don't find that they allow for us to do what I really want to do. Let me pull this up if I can. But I like later.com. I think it's, you can go to dyna.link/later. I think. Let's see if I can. But anything I recommend is always going to be like dyna.link/ whatever I'm talking about. Okay. So I'm gonna pop this in the chat for you. So the thing is, with later, what it allows for us to do, let me pull this up for you, and I'll actually show you our content schedule right now, and then you can see what that looks like. Alrighty. Let me close this internet tab, and I did good. I don't have 48,000 internet tabs open today. All right. So the thing is, this is our content schedule. What is this for this week? And so the thing that I like about later is all of them let you schedule, right? But my thing is, what can I do to make it as if I'm actually doing each individual thing myself? And so when we have content, over here, let's go to the media. I want to go to the media library. This is what I like. My brain works on systems and efficiencies. No, where's our stuff? Media, manage my media. Or do we have some labels on? Come on. What? Where's our stuff? All right, well, for whatever reason, I don't know why it's not doing that, but our stuff comes up. What in hey, Artem? I know I'm feeling some kind of way. Manage your media, media library. It's gotta be. Clear all filters. Is that what it is? Okay, because I'm like, somebody help me. So here's our stuff. Here's why I like it for it, because we can assign stuff to be however we want it to be. So what that means is if I say over here, like in the filters, we use a labeling system for everything that we do. And like I said, a lot of these companies are cool. They do cool stuff, but it still is not hitting this and the automatic posting for videos specifically. So if I say I want us to go and we need to post more faux tweets, which is like the fake ones, then it will allow me to go in here and assign what I want to do. So I can say, stop looking at how many subscribers you lost. The subscribers gain is helpful, but the loss does not. So I can say, okay, this is a tweet. Let me come in here and change the language of what this is, since I can see it was uploaded a year ago. I can also see when's the last time that we shared faux tweets. When Instagram stopped doing images, we stopped sharing it to Facebook and Instagram as much because it wasn't performing. So we can say, okay, we don't need to do more faux tweets. We need to start doing vertical video forms. We got 361 pieces queued up, ready to go. And so I can say and go find like, what's the ones that are a vertical format? They can say, oh, we're cutting you off because you don't have the follower number to, let's say that you needed 100,000 to post 3 to 5 minute vertical videos on Instagram. Then, okay, cool. We need to go get the under 60 seconds ones. I can easily assign and design this so that I'm able to go into our content library. Let's say we're pushing the podcast we did with Trey Van Camp. I can say, cool, let's go find this. We can listen to it. I can go and change the copy on it as far as what it says and all of that. And our scheduling of how often we post stuff, because I just stopped posting to Instagram for a while because they were having issues. And I'm just like, I'm over it. But I can come in here and say, cool, okay, we can't get ready to do one podcast with Uncle Ray. We can see the last time we posted it, December 8th. Let's not repost it yet. It's not ready. So I can go in and do a bunch of other stuff with this. And again, it's the efficiencies that I like that helps me to do it. I can say, let's go in here to our carousels. Those are also titled as well. So I can say, stop buying bots. We haven't shared this one in a minute. Did a couple different cover designs for it. Again, I like this gold yellow, obviously. But we can go, it's like, oh, let's go pull that one. That was a good one. That one did really well. But it's been 6 months since we posted it. Let's repost it again. So I like that. And then when you come over here to the calendar, you still can get access to those filters. And I can see like, what did we just publish? It was a reel, but it was just kind of like, again, transitioning the faux tweets into the vertical video formats and stuff like that. I can see what the performance is, go find that actual media and where it's at, and maybe I want to change it to something else. So the fact that, like I said, it's so much systemization and customization with this for each individual platform, I very much so preferred to just do later. To each his own with what you like or what works best for you or whatever, but I like later for that reason. Oh, super chat in the building. Brother Andrew Can, I appreciate that, saying happy Friday. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that sincerely. Good to see you. If Andrew can, you can too. For real. All right, saying congratulations. Great presentation. I'll have to catch the replay. Keep up the great work. We'll appreciate that. WDTYREE Ministries. All righty. Good to see you. Glad that you're here. Gary Jones, congratulations on completing a major task. Thank you so much, Sam. My first live with you. Great vibe. Congratulations on the book. Well, thank you so much, DC family. Appreciate that. We welcome you here. Congratulations on the new book. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Saying awesome. Thank you. Very welcome. Mukesh Patel, good to see you. Glad that you are here. Question, what was your favorite Christmas gift from the 90s? So, I think this qualifies for the 90s, or maybe it was early 2000s. I'm gonna couple that in. On one of my birthdays, it's like a preteen, teenager, something like that. Like whenever the Game Boy Color came out, around those times. So I already knew about the original Game Boy. I was in it to win it when it came to video games. And the thing is, I like games cost a lot, and it didn't used to be, was it GameStop? You didn't have that. EB Games, for real. You had a lot of local mom and pop shops and stuff. And so here in St. Louis was Funco Land. And it was the best gift ever, because I am somebody that when I have made a decision, I'm sticking to my decision. And so I'm like, I don't ever want to get another Christmas gift opening session and I don't get the stuff that I'm saying that I want because they don't remember. I was the youngest of 6. And it's money, obviously you got to stretch it a certain way and stuff. And you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I promise you I was a marketer as a kid. I was like, let me create a bunch of little papers and post it everywhere. So everywhere I said, let me tell you something. I was into marketing, okay, and cookie following before there was a thing. In the bathroom where you had to pull the thing open for the mirror, I put the list of games that I wanted there. At the back door, to get out the house to go to the car, I put it above the door handle so you had to see it when you were reaching for it. On the bedroom door. I put under light switches. And I had so many notes everywhere in the house of the games that I wanted. And I was like, I need these games for my Game Boy, because my brother had got me a Game Boy Color. And I was like, I want these games. And so my daddy said, no, we just finna go to the store and get them. And so for Christmas, we went to the store and I picked out the games. And he said, now you wrap them and you put them under the tree. And now you know you got them. And I was like, well, can't I just play them? Like, I already know I got the game. He said, no, because this is what you wanted for Christmas. So we're going to get it. But they going under the tree and you're going to wait to play them. And I was like, oh, man. But at least I knew I had it. So the best one I remember from the 90s is getting to pick the games for my Game Boy and getting them for Christmas, because I know that I got the stuff that I wanted. And my dad spent a grip of money. I'm not going to lie on those games, because games are not cheap. Oh, it was so funny. But I was just super happy because I knew what I was getting. Shoot. So that would be my favorite Christmas gift from the 90s. Saying classic, it works when you don't need it live. Okay. Cool. Saying thanks for answering my questions. I need to leave for some festival. All right. Have a good rest of your day. Relayable. I don't know what that means, brother. Saying later was very helpful. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. Saying what's happening, Miss D? Good to see you. Glad that you're here. Matthew's laughing, saying congrats on the book. I used Tamarind 18300 for the overhead. Interesting. Works well for the ZVNT and knitted light that will provide a focus beam on the product with a softbox. Barn doors. Any recommendations? Well, depending on how close you are, if you're using something like an 18300, even if that's at like 18, the thing with like focusing it on the desk or products is you really do need something that's going to keep a soft light. If you are around or next to a wall with that thing, like let's say it's attached to the desk and it's kind of like an overhead rig of that sort, or like I said, either way, you're next to a wall, sometimes it can be easy to angle the light towards the wall, use the wall like a diffusion, and catch that ambient light there so it's an even soft light. Or you need to take that light away from the thing and just let it shower light. And again, this is with a softbox. You can use, I like the Viltrox VL200T kits. That's what I use. If you need like the whole kit, it's like, what is it called? It's one of the Viltrox lights on Amazon, and I use it a lot. Viltrox, I'd probably just put this in a Viltrox LED light. You can use that. Here it is. This will work for you, my brother. This and hissing. So just one of these L1160. They have it with the battery kit or whatever, but even how they have it on this image, you don't want that. Like, you see that up there, that image? That's not what you want, because that's going to be too hard and too harsh of a light. So you don't want to get it till it's that point. And a frosted panel on these LED lights is not diffusion. So you can either bounce it off the wall and get that ambient light to shower onto the desk or whatever it is that you're having this set up for. Have it back. I like the pop-up softbox lights by Diffuse. That's just D-F-U-S-E. I like those. That's what I use. Big, even, soft lights. So turn that LED down to maybe 20%, 25% or whatever. Make sure your white balance is set for that light. Get you a pop-up softbox light kit. Even Neewer has them. Let's go to Diffuse softbox. It's like, because they were out for a minute. You don't need these huge kachiggers or whatever, but one of these would work. You could get something that's real big, but if you're just doing like an LED, these will work. It's Camera or whatever, but it's Diffuse. Just go by Diffuse. Get you one of these. You can get the square one. I use the one that's like the trapezoid design, not that one. But this is the one that I use right here. So this will allow, like I said, it throws a larger throw of light. So I like it for that reason. But yeah, just get you some softbox lights or whatever, so it can spread that evenly and softly. Turn the light down. You don't need a lot, but you just need to cover the area and space and not create any shadows when your hand and stuff is there. So that's an easy way to do that. But that is where I'm going to call it for this particular live helpcast. We have answered all the questions in the chat up to a point, because I probably know it's probably somebody else trying to not happening today. We got work we got to do. I'm 11 minutes over. All right, so I'm gonna play this video on the way out. For those of you that didn't catch the video promo for my brand new book, make sure you get on the A.R.C squad for the one right video. Appreciate y'all guys. Love, peace, blessings. Merry Christmas. See you next week on the Friday Live Helpcast. Peace.
What can I say about Diana Gladney?
Diana Gladney has helped me in more ways than one.
There's so much I could say about Diana.
Shout out to Diana Gladney.
I'm super excited to be your educator. My name is Diana Gladney. I help entrepreneurs simplify the video creation process so that they can reach wider and connect deeper with the people that need them the most. More relevant content is usually the answer to any issues creators today are facing. It will forever be based in giving your core audience more of what speaks to their interests, their problems, and their pain points. But are you really doing the work? If we're being very real with ourselves, we have to learn to avoid our own excuses. Sometimes the biggest roadblock is you. So I'm going to teach you how to go from this to this, problem to solution.
Diana has this amazing ability to simplify some of the more complex or confusing things when it comes to video.
Diana is one of the best teachers in the game. I've learned a lot from her.
Taught me a lot from afar and up close. Super grateful for her. You need to check her out.
She has a unique knack in always being able to break it down to a very simple level.
She gave me the confidence to believe in myself.
And that's something that Diana has reframed in my mind for sure.
Diana Gladney. I trust her. You can trust her.
Keep your hand on the pulse of your people. And with each new heartbeat, they'll tell you exactly where they're going and how they prefer to be communicated to. You must dominate in your niche. You must become your ideal viewers and audience's go-to resource. But when it comes to pursuing something that's really going to help change somebody's life, sincerely, your excuses are invalid. And I'm gonna stop making excuses and blaming YouTube instead of saying thank you for sending that person to me. Now I'm gonna serve the hell out of them.